3 races to go in the Diet Dr. Pepper series, the Gen 4s, which we're racing on Friday nights. We're in Phoenix for 125 laps, qualified pole, 37 cars out here. Did not get to do the Grand National race, so no practice leading up to this one, no practice race. Brake bias all the way back in the garage, rolled it forward in the car.
Alright, man. Race cars in. Green, green, green.
Second gear start. And we've gone long green before. So if we go all green, it's about 70 laps on fuel. Tires, as always, very important to take care of. I think we're back into second in points over Kevin. And he's really, I think, the only one we can change positions with in the point standings. I think we're 15 or so up on him after last week. Whoa. Knows a car wanted to go one way and the rear wanted to go another. Colton is the points leader and pretty much, I think, has it on lock. I don't think there's anything to keep him from winning it at this point.
Stay high. Stay high. Clear low, clear low. Inside. Stay high.
Felt like there was
Clear low.
a little more grip in practice and the track may have been swept. The outside 3 and 4 can work pretty well.
Got one inside. All clear, all clear.
That second half of the back straight after the kink, the rear of the car gets really light.
Inside. Stay high.
You just can't
Still
full
there.
throttle the back straight without burning the tires up.
Stay high. Still there. Hold the line. Stay high. Cruising on the low side. All clear, all clear. Inside. Still there. Hold the line. All clear, all clear. Got one inside. Still there. Hold the line. Still there. Still there.
But another one of those, car wouldn't turn on exit.
Stay high. There's the car on the low side. Clear low, clear low. Next car is the leader. The leader just did a 28.611.
Track temp is not too bad, only 93 degrees, 1 o'clock in the afternoon. May get a little warmer, but air temp is not too warm either. It is, I think, November. End of season temps. usually a track we can get to some lap traffic in, which that would be
Stay low.
exciting.
Stay low. Stay low. There's a car on the high side. All clear, all clear. Outside. All clear, all clear. The lead is did on 28.896.
A little tight now into one. We'll start backing the brakes up a little more. Track is also taking some rubber. When it gets pretty rubbered in, then it gets pretty slick. And best is try to get out of the rubbered line. 3 you can run almost anywhere. 4 you really get to stay above the white line, though in practice I was putting my left sides below that and actually getting a decent bite off on that white dash line, which pretty much just separates the banking from the flat part of the corner as you get onto the front straight. Three and 4 is not a constant radius. It kind of has a little bit of a hook in it when you get in more into 4. And I like to put my tires right on that line if I can. Kind of has a little bit of an extra bend right here, right, I guess kind of where the pit road entry starts is where it starts to bend a little more. That line that gets really rubbered in, that's where everybody's putting the power down. That portion of the track will be pretty warm.
The lead just did a 29.149.
So staying away from that, trying to get bite off the corner is pretty important. Get a drive all the way down the front straight. And if you can get below it, it's much harder to be below it than above it. So as the race goes on, more and more people will go up, but if you can go down and get the bite off on the low side, going to be less used, more consistent lap to lap. It's not going to keep going up and up and up. But you kind of got to set up entry to get the exit. Pushing a little more on entry, go back on brakes some more. Now one thing, when we go to pit, you gotta remember if you're running the brakes so far back, you gotta put them back forward because you can slide through the stop. Pit box much easier with the brakes all the way back. It doesn't have the same stopping power, but you get rotation out of it. On that wall. This car doesn't stick out as much as the Grand National or the ARCA car, the old ARCA car. Oh, we're in one of our last paint schemes. This is another new one. This was one that I only saw one photo of. I think it was ran at Lowe's Motor Speedway. Kyle Busch ran it. And the one photo I got was behind a Ryan Newman number 39 all-tail car. So really didn't have a great photo of it. And I did find a video of it in qualifying, which is good. Really grainy though, but because the rear bumper, the whole back of the car, the whole car is maroon and green, as you'll probably see in the thumbnail, or would have already seen. The tailgate, or the back of the car, is all blue. It's Lowe's marking, word marking on it. Kind of funny, because I would have never guessed that that's what the back of the car was, but I did find that qualifying run, and even with the grainy 240 resolution replay, it's pretty obvious what the back of the car is. So this is a winter green seed mix fertilizer, which I thought was pretty cool. It's got like grass on it and stuff, but only ran one race. We've already ran Lowe's Motor Speedway. I already have a car planned for the finale at Atlanta, which is another Lowe's car. Well, it was a Lowe's car, but it was ran at Texas, but the Texas car I ran was also a Texas car. But since we're not only doing one track for the season, or one race at each track for the season, it didn't really fit anywhere, so we'll have one more new paint scheme to end the season, which is the typical silver and blue Lowe's car, but it's actually, I think it's a tool. I forget what it is. It's one of their special apron cars. So it's silver and blue, but it's got some diamond plate on it with a Lowe's apron. So we'll dress that up in the next couple weeks. Probably do a video on that. Just a speed painting video that I did for like the Kenny Irwin Bell South car on the IndyCar, since I can now record painting sessions, and ever since I learned that I could do that, I've kind of taken a little bit of a break, just minor tweaks here and there, nothing from ground up, but since this will be ground up and kind of a popular base, we'll dress that up, do a speed painting on it. I'm going back on brakes a little more, kind of plate on entry. Yeah, next week we'll be back in the Mountain Dew colors for one final time, and then the Lowe's colors the last week. And then after this season, I'll be putting all those. Some of the ones I've already ran are on trading paints, but the rest of them will go up on trading paints, just as kind of a place for me to save them, but also so they get used, because they're already they're one-offs, and I probably won't run them again. At least won't be running them next season. We'll be doing next season. We are in Gen 4. I think I'm going to be doing Jason Keller schemes, which I don't know if I'm going to stick with just the Chevys or just the Fords or mix it up. Maybe I'll have to decide at a later point, because usually with Gen 4s, for fun, we keep track of the manufacturer standings. And I don't know how it works if you switch makes mid-season. I don't know what they did in real life when that happened, so I may just not count my points. We'll see. Would be fun to go into the Ford because there are a lot of guys. I mean, we're in a Chevy, Colton's in a Chevy, Kevin's in a Chevy, Shane's in a Chevy. That's top 4 in points, I think, or 4 of the top 5 are Chevys right now. Nick's in a Ford. No, Alexander's in a Ford. Damon's now in a Ford, but Damon hasn't been here a whole lot. So it would be fun to go to the lesser popular make to try to see, can you keep up with the Chevys. My preference would be to run the Chevy, but I just like the position of the gauges better. Would be cool if we got a Pontiac or a Dodge or both, but I don't think that's gonna happen. They've kind of just, it feels like they've kind of just given up on the oval side of stuff. There's the oval refresh that they did, but after the oval refresh, what oval content do they have to work on? They really haven't said anything other than the oval refresh project, which, oh, what the hell happened with that? I don't know. It just feels more and more every day that the oval stuff just is going to continue to die. There's nothing getting introduced into the pipeline to make people stick around, and it's getting really stale, I can tell you that. If it weren't for the league, I don't know if I would even be running ovals. We do jump in here and there in officials, but it's just, I don't know. It doesn't have that draw to it anymore for me. I try to jump into like tour mods or SK mods, and races we've had have been fine, but it's just the stigma of trying those to get races in those cars is soured. Finally getting into some lap traffic. We got, we're on lap 50 already. I feel like I burnt my right front up more than I wanted to. Probably should have went back on brake bias a long time ago. Somebody, a couple of them in the wall up here. With the gap that we have to the cars behind us, we're going to be taking 4 tires for sure if it's a green flag stop. There's just no reason for us to take 2, especially if it goes long. The tire advantage is just going to be so much greater. The car's free under power on exit, so you really don't need any more rotation out of the car. Probably should set up my pit stuff while I still can. Make sure we got fuel, because that has been a problem before. Not in this series, but we did have an issue in the Grand National Series, which cost us the, pretty sure, chance at the win. Well, yeah, it was a chance at the win, but it's very likely the win.
Got one outside. All clear, all clear. Outside. Still there? What's your line? All clear, all clear. Outside. Still there. Still there. All clear, all clear.
Well, made it through some of the lap traffic. They were in a battle, so it was kind of difficult to let them race and try to just squeeze by.
Fueling up now should get us to the finish.
We should be able to make it to the end with a pit stop, but we're gonna wait. At least to halfway, maybe a little further, so we don't have to go so far on the last
The leader just did a
set of tires.
29.581.
Though we've kind of driven away from everybody behind us, and Colton's a little bit better today. But I think last time we were here in Gen 4s, he only made it to turn 1. I mean, he was better than us in New Hampshire as well, but had a little bit of a short fueling, or I guess he had to stretch it a little longer than he could make it, and we led about 200 feet of that, if that. And that was the only lap we led. Pretty funny. That was probably the craziest finish I've ever been a part of. Got really loose there. Just had a ton of rotation on entry.
Got one outside.
Ryan has pitted already, yep. 8 lap old tires.
All clear, all clear.
Not quite halfway yet. 62 will be halfway. We got 14 laps to go on the tank. So it's kind of a short pit window. Because we're going so long. And the whole race is just over. Or not quite. Yeah, it would be means we can go 72 on fuel, so pit window is only about 20 laps.
Outside. You're clear high, clear high. Got one outside. Still there. The leader just did a 29.72.
The other thing too is if we get a caution, lap cars will be going to the rear, so they're not going to be starting on the inside. Because apparently they don't have restart set up proper. Well, I guess it's good we led a couple laps, because I don't think we're going to see the lead again. Unless another series of unfortunate events occurs. Nobody behind us is pit yet that I can tell. Which the risk here with pitting is you could potentially go a lap down and get caught a lap down. And with, I guess, you could take the wave around now, but before you could not. Before with double file restarts. Sean's the first to go, but Sean's in 12th. Or there were some others that I've already pit, but Sean's usually a name that's up here. Trip is in P19. So we've lapped into the teens. We got 8 to go before we absolutely have to pit. And maybe we pit before we get into lappers. More lappers so they don't impede our progress. Colton is almost in a good spot to pit as well. But I think I might come in just to avoid these guys right here. Crank that brake bias forward as much as possible. And we'll come in right now. Don't speed. That is another thing we don't want to do. At the first pit stall, make sure we get some fuel into this thing.
2, 1, right here.
A little slow, but that's okay. He's fueling the car. That's always good. Colton came in.
Alright, that's it. Go. Be mindful, you only have one set of tires remaining.
Some clean track. Tires will be cold. Looks like Connor may have taken 2 or well, he's been out here for 14 laps, so he's made up some ground, I guess, on his tires, but now is when we can pull back away. Colton had a similar pit stop, so he didn't gain or really lose anything. And he was not falling off, so I don't think I can really catch him. Our goal is just to maintain second. I don't know what our tires were. I'll try to click it here in a second. Tire info 57.42, so we were driving off the right rear quite a lot. $99.89 on the insides, or sorry, $94.89 on the insides. So if anything, we could probably chuck it in a little bit harder, work that right front a little more, try to get a little more balance out of the car.
Outside. All clear, all clear.
And the track's also rubbered in some, so tire wear should be less. And if we put it on the right front more, we may be able to get a little better drive out of the corner.
Outside. Still there? Hold your line. The leader just did a 28.588. You're clear high, clear high.
And it could also be going down the back straight. Just lighten up the rear tire in that little kink. You do that for 70 laps, that could wear your right rear a little more than your right front. Everybody's pitted, we're back 1-2. We have about 4 seconds on third. Third is about 6 seconds. 6 seconds behind Colton.
Outside. Stay low. All clear, all clear. The leader just did a 28.916. Outside. Stay low. There's a car on the high side. Stay low. All clear, all clear.
Yeah, Colton's opened up a little bit of a lead on us since the pit stop. Another half second. I just don't... No way I can catch him. We're just gonna have to kind of ride along, hope for something to happen, I guess. Not that we want anything to happen, but actually I'd rather not anything happen. I'd rather just go green after Talladega last week, though it wasn't really a caution fest. And we didn't get the race last night, so kind of itching to race. It was a hole in the night for sure, though it's the last thing I do. for the night. I think once these series are done, the Diet Dr. Pepper, I think Gavin's taking a break. I'm thinking about doing some supercars during the time frame, either Thursday nights or Friday nights. Those are when the supercars, the V8 supercars, are pretty popular. At the same time we're running Diet Dr. Pepper, so it's been a couple seasons since I ran those, and I'd like to get into them again. Also to try to figure out setups, how to build setups. Not really how to build, but how to tweak setups. There's a couple tools that there's a tool that I was working on in Excel to help build setups or adjust setups. But then I found a couple free programs that are generally the concept I was looking for, already constructed. One is like Mechanics Tool or Mechanics Toolbox or iMechanics Toolbox, something like that. So that is primarily for road use. So I've been building, or I say building, I've been programming Excel to kind of do a oval version. And my other thought was, in addition to running supercars, I would run, and I don't know if it's going to be the same car every week. I thought doing the B car open series and doing like 1 hour during the week that I just go into a practice session and try to tweak the car to my liking, kind of like a happy hour, and see how that runs in open, because open races are a little longer. Probably, and this is just speculation from me, probably don't get the airheads that are in fixed setup racing, hopefully, or maybe it's just paid fixed. I guess that would be what we would find out. But, and I'm not totally set on doing the B car for the whatever it is now, the Busch series I call it, but the whatever the hell it is, O'Reilly. So I initially thought to run that car every week, and the more I think about it, I'm like, I don't really want to run that car. So maybe we'll do like O'Reilly car 1 week, the next gen, so that's kind of a entirely different chassis and suspension. So maybe that's not the best idea to run that car, but you know, maybe we could do modifieds. There's SK mods that are open setup. I believe there is a series for that. There's core mods, which that comes with its own can of worms. There's super late models. There's not a lot of open series, so, and I'm not touching C trucks. That's like tour mods squared for me. It's like not even with a 100-foot pole. So we'll see. Those are just a couple ideas that I had, and like for the oval like happy hour session, I would record it, but I think I cut it way down and just be like, oh, this is what I feel in the car, these are the changes I'm making, and kind of do like a video log of what I've never built setups, I've never adjusted setups, I don't know what anything does, so that's why I was building the Excel program to help make adjustments. And I've kind of already, I've gone in and tested it, and it worked for the B car at Dover. I was able to get kind of what I was looking for at the car. I don't know if it has any long run speed or short-term speed, so that would be kind of what the premise concept would be week to week, is, you know, start with a fixed setup and see if we can adjust the fixed setup to our liking, and then go run it and see what happens, and do it in an hour and just record the process. I thought that would be a cool concept to do, so that's something I'm thinking of doing once the league's kind of wrapped up for a little bit for the summer. And then we'll run supercars. And maybe I'll do the same thing with supercars, just spend 1 hour during the week. You know, tweak the setup car, how I learn to adjust it based on what the program feedback is, and see what we can do. I don't expect to be quick. Those guys that run V8 supercars during that time slot have done it since before I joined iRacing back in 2012. So those guys, even the 100 IR guys, are stupid quick, or not the 100 but the 1000. They're just quick in that car, so it'll be a fun challenge, I think. And we kind of did that when the Gen 3 supercar was released. But that was more of like a K5 split that we signed up for, so we did run into, I think, a few times where we met the masses. Of course, it was a popular car back when it was first came out, or was re-released, or the Gen 3 was released. So we just, I guess, run that, see what happens. And I'd probably be more committed to that than the oval, whatever we're doing in the random happy hour sessions and random open races. But yeah, and I don't know what I'm doing with the AI season, the next gen AI season. It's been fun. It is pretty time consuming to set up, so maybe I'm not going to be changing paints like I thought it would, or like I was doing. Not that, you know, I got plenty of paints. Now I'm still like searching, trading paints, and I have been for the past like 4 months. Searching, trading paints for all the newest 2026 schemes so I could save them, but that takes a long time, a lot of effort to manage all that, change the cars out. So I think we'll still, I'll bring it back. I haven't since Gavin introduced the Grand National Series, because we've been running 2 nights a week, and for me, 2 nights a week on iRacing is that's almost enough for me in a week, especially these races. They're so good, and it's just it's perfect length. Takes, you know, hour and a half. I don't feel like I need to race officials outside of these races, but once these races go away, maybe I'll be looking to do something, fill in. Oh, we got a caution. All right, coming back to the green. 86, 81 on the right front, right rear. 241 on the right front tire temp. So tire temp, very critical. That's why I was feeling like we were pushing in the corners. Short run now, 24 laps. The left sides really weren't worn, but we did take 4 tires, no fuel. Should make it. Yeah, gonna try to hold on to second at least.
The pace car is in. Green, green, green. Next car is clear.
I don't know if there's anything I have for Colton. I think he's just a little quicker today. But yeah, I think the AI season, I think we'll pick that back up. It hasn't been priority. It can't really go anywhere. It's only me running it, so I wasn't really excited to do a bunch more races. I think we're off to Bristol and Martinsville, and then it's Talladega, so like
The car is safe.
Martinsville should be fun because it's AI, but just wasn't excited to get back to Talladega because we ran Daytona super early. But maybe I'll make it like a stupid short race. The AI plate racing is pretty bad. There's not enough randomness to it. They all follow the same damn line, all that stuff, so maybe I'll skip it too. I have the ability to just axe that off the schedule and call it a day. So, or maybe, actually, you know what they're doing? They're taking the San Diego base. I think that's coming to the game shortly, so maybe I'll wait, reorganize the schedule, or just skip Talladega for now and we'll plop in good old Air Force Base AI if it comes with AI. Watch it not come with AI because you're trying to rush to get it out. So I doubt it comes on release with AI now that I'm thinking about it. So anyway, may drop Talladega just because I really don't want to do that. And that's kind of been what's holding me up on doing more of the NASCAR 2026 AI season. Just not a lot of terrific tracks. The mile and a halves actually aren't bad. I didn't mind Vegas until we ran into actually we missed the pit road and the AI ran into us, which wasn't an AI problem, it was a me problem.
The leader just did a 28.464.
Gotta go back on brake bias. Looks like there's smoke down the front straight. Might be a dust storm from the desert. Sun setting early, but that is November sun. 4:30 in the afternoon, we're starting to get the sunset. But at least we got the pole from Colton, because I think he would have pretty much led every lap. And got the win, had we not beat him in qualifying. He was fastest in practice. I couldn't get a lap in practice. Decent one. That wasn't right behind somebody. Just when you have 37 cars on track. Track fills up fast when everybody's leaving pits at random. It's our last flat 1 mile track for the season. Next week, Homestead, but not the season finale because this is 2000? What is this? I don't even remember what year this model is after. I think it's 2000. Was it? Anyway, Atlanta is the last race of the season. I don't even remember what year this model is after, but It's 2003 Cup car, but Gavin's season is not the 2003 season. So Atlanta is where the champion should be crowned, but it might be today. I think he'll just have so much of a lead. I think he's got 100 points on us already coming into today and leading all the laps, or most of them. And winning the race, he'll gain another at least 25 on us, I think. Guess we're lucky that there wasn't a whole lot of cautions, because it'd be pretty dark out, I imagine, had we got a few more. Already losing all the sun off the track. Except for turn 4, still got a little bit, I think. Yeah, it's in the sun, just barely. Oh, actually, well, the sun's gone behind clouds, so. 5 to go. Looks like we got company behind. So they may be racing each other, slowing each other down. We may be able to hold on. I just haven't been able to keep up with Colton this entire race. I guess I needed a little more track heat. May have helped us if we ran the spring version of this track with the hot tire temps, or the hot track temps. May have played more of a role, but that's okay. We'll take second. We'll take a pole. We don't get a pole very often, even at tracks that we do have pace at. It's not really a hot lap. Hot lapper. Colton will not run out of fuel tonight. That is not going to happen. One more time around Phoenix. Such a good track. Shame they didn't kind of ruin it. They did ruin it. Through 4, we will get P2. Nothing for Colton tonight. Just just drove away both times, 3 times. I guess when he took the lead, when we pit, and when we had that restart.
Man. Good job, driver.
Good win, Colton. Good race to everybody. 1 caution out here is pretty damn good. And 21 cars finished on lead lap, so a couple got the wave around there, and we're able to finish on the lead lap. Next week we're at Homestead, but we'll be back in 2 days to run the Grand National Series, since last night was rained out. But yeah, Homestead and then Atlanta to wrap the season up for Diet Dr. Pepper series. We may have gained a little. We did gain a little more points on Kevin, so at this point we may be locked into P2. I'm not quite sure, but yeah, you'll see you've probably already seen the race results and the championship standings. But yeah, thanks for watching. We'll see you next week.